जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनारंजन यमुना तीरा बनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रमा जय सुदर्शन जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे राधे 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 माधव राधे 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 गोविंद राधे श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन राधे निताय गौरांग जय गौर हरि जय सचिनंदन गौर हरि नवदीप चंद्र गौर हरि पतित पावन जानकी जीवन सीतारमण राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव जय राधे राधे जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय प्रभुपाद ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथनितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादं सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिस्वरूप दामोदर स्वामी निति नामिने नमः सद्भक्तमनाय मणिपुर उद्भावय च प्रभुपादलसद्वाणी प्रचारनिरतायते जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भागवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी नाम संकीर्तनं जस्य सर्वपाप प्रणाशनं प्रणाम दुःख शमनं तं नमामि श्री हरि परम। 10.1.54 श्री वासुदेव उवाच श्री वासुदेव उवाच न हि अस्यास्ते भयं सौम्य न हि अस्यास्ते भयं सौम्य यद् वै सः शरीरवाक् यद् वै सः शरीरवाक् पुत्रान् समर्पयिष्य अस्या पुत्रान् समर्पयिष्यस्य यतस्ते भयम् उत्थितम् यतस्ते भयम् उत्थितम्। श्रीवासुदेव उवाच न हि अस्यास्ते भयं सौम्य यद् वै सः शरीरवाक् पुत्रान् समर्पयिष्यस्य यतस्ते भयम् उत्थितम्। Sri Vasudeva Uvacha, Sri Vasudeva said, no, not, he indeed. Asyaha, from Devaki, they of you, Bhayam, fear, Samya, O most sober, Yat, which, by indeed, Sa, that woman, Aha, dictated, O Sarira, a Sarira back, a vibration without a body, Putran, all of my sons, Samar Paise, I shall deliver to you. Asyaha, of her, Devaki, Yataha, from whom they, your, Bhayam, fear, Uthitam, Aja, has arisen. Translation. Vasudeva said, O best of the sober, you have nothing to fear from your sister Devaki, because of what you have heard from the unseen woman. The cause of death will be her sons. Therefore, I promise that when she gives birth to the sons from whom your fear has arisen, I shall deliver them all unto your hand. Purport. Kamsa feared Devaki's existence because after her eighth pregnancy, she would have she would give birth to a son who would kill him. Vasudev, therefore, to assure his brother-in-law utmost safety, promised to bring him all the sons. He would not wait for the eighth son, but from the very beginning would deliver to the hands of Kamsa all the sons to which Devaki would give birth. This was the most liberal proposition offered by Vasudeva to Kansa. Hare Krishna. So in this presentation we will learn that the promise of Vasudeva. Why Vasudeva had to promise and its significant implications, the historical context based on the relationship of Kansa with Vasudeva and Devaki, what is the influence, why he had to take this decision, and we will explore the scholarly interpretations of Vaishnava Acharyas on this subject. So the promise of Vasudeva is to give the assurance to Kansa. First, he tried to give the assurance to Kansa that he will remain safe from the children of Vasudeva. But knowing that Kansa is not getting agreed to Vasudeva's so-called attempt to give assurance to Kansa, then he had to do the promise. The promise was important and crucial. So here the arisal of lots of conflicting situation and emergency situation of emergency, situation of conflicts. Kansa is ready to kill the wife of Vasudeva. So that is the emergency situation. And he has to save his wife at the same time to handle the cruel Kamsa. So in this context, what is to do as per the religious principles becomes very critical. So which is called Dharma Sankata. The complexity of the situation, which need deep moral and emotional analysis on the subjects. And there is not enough time to deeply analyze, on consult somebody like his guru, Acharya or Gargamuni. He cannot go and consult with Gargacharya what is to be done, or to somebody else. It's emergency situation. Instantly, the need of hours or minutes, instantly has to do something to save. This kind of situation can happen or is happening to all of us in various situations in our life. What is our experience of spiritual values, moral values, and how we can wedge between self-interest and between the religious merits, between the attractions of our family life, and between the responsibility being a person in various varna and ashrama. What is the duty? So this kind of complex dynamics is very important to understand. What is the right theme of duty? What is the responsibility? How can I uphold these difficult situations within the boundary of religious principles? Certain thing we have to sacrifice at certain moments. Certain moral dilemmas are also there. Like Vasudeva is going to sacrifice his children. Is it morally applicable? Allowing your children to be killed by a cruel person, is it morally applicable? Killing of children, you are handing over somebody who can kill. So that is the moral dilemmas. And the same time, there are obligations to protect the life. So then arises lots of possibilities that what will happen in future. Certain thing, if somebody is doing promises, he cannot break it. But when future is there, then there is possibility of Lord has to play a role in this. So he has given all the possibility that Lord has to play some role, even though he have to he had to promise to hand over every child to Kansa. Yet because of his connection, because of his advancement in Krishna consciousness, because of his belief, faith in Supreme Personality of Godhead, that some way will be come out of the arrangement of Lord Krishna that will even protect them. And if this prophecy is coming, so it must be coming under the will of the providence. It cannot be beyond the boundary of the plan of Supreme Personality of Godhead. When Supreme Personality of Godhead himself is planning to come, even though this cruel person, Kansa is so powerful, he will have not that much power to overpower the will of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So various thought that has to be instantly analyzed. What is the course of actions? So the possibility is that few people will not analyze and find out a way out of the situation right now. Later on, we will see what is to be done. People in general, they can create any promise and break it. But people like advanced Kshatriyas, Vasudeva here, is Kshatriya is the most truthful person who can never break their promise. Once done, cannot be broken. So at this situation, what is the right thing to do? And there is not enough time to analyze. So certain action one has to perform based on the consciousness. meditating on Supreme Personality of Godhead is not possible at this time. Meditating or consulting with Guru is not possible at that time. So what is possible is that keeping the faith in Supreme Personality of Godhead, keeping the devotion and emotional feeling with Lord, taking the responsibility, duty, religiosity. Here two religiosity are conflicting with each other. One is that to protect the wife is the responsibility of the husband. The protect the children is also the responsibility of the husband. Protection of the children is some times later when the children will be born. The instant demand is to protect the wife. So Vasudeva had to weigh between these two, protecting the wife first and depending upon Supreme Personality of Godhead. So there are time to pray Supreme Personality of Godhead to find a way out of his promise so that their children will also be saved. And his desire to align with the supreme will of Supreme Personality of Godhead, that these things are all happening because of supreme will of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So definitely Supreme Personality of Godhead being so merciful to me, he always protected me, and in future he will be definitely have some plan to protect my children as well. So this kind of devotional attitude kept Vasudeva unperplexed at the situation of the emergency. What happened in ordinary course of actions? Whenever we are into certain problems or challenges like this, lots of cortisol released immediately whenever we are stressed, and there are reflex actions occurs. Most of the controllable abilities goes away as per the actions performed by the neurons and the senses. As concerned, there will be reflex actions to instantly give the response. That is the chemicals like cortisol, they released, kept the situation in the emergency mode. In emergency mode, lots of brain analysis cannot happen. Only certain important contextual analysis can hardly happen. So here the emotion can play a role. And this emotional intelligence, if is Krishna conscious, is practiced thoroughly through the process of devotional service at Krishna consciousness and has a solid dependency of Krishna, then his state of Asoka Abhaya will not be shaken. Asoka means the state of being not worried at any situation. Asoka is not simply possible by any person, but by great devotee. He can remain asoka at every instant, even though the surrounding was greatly troubled. That state of asoka is not achieved unless one has no other center than the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Asoka abhaya amruta adhara tomara charanadvaya. Who has chosen The source of all happiness is only the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead. His dependency, his belief, his faith, and his exchange of melange or emotions with Supreme Personality of Godhead is so strong that he has complete faith on Lord, and he will never be lamenting at any kind of situation ordained by Supreme Personality of Godhead. Maya adhakshanas prakriti suate sacharacharam. This material world is always acting under the supervision of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Mahamaya Shakti or Durga Devi, who is controlling this Prakriti, Karja Karanam Kartute Hetur Prakriti Uchyate. The cause and effect are all happening through Prakriti under the supervision of Supreme Personality of Godhead. And yet, Mahatmanastu Mam Partha Daivim Prakriti Masritaha. The great devotee like Vasudeva, they are always protected by the mercy of Supreme Personality of Godhead. And they are not controlled through Mahamaya, but by the divine pastimes of Lord Krishna, who is called Yogamaya. Ananyascinta tomam je jana parjupasati tesam nityabhijuktanam yogakshamam vahamiham. Lord always protect the needs and necessity of devotee. No matter whatever great difficult situation be there, Lord is always there to protect the requirements of the devotee. The basic need of the devotee can never be unfulfilled. So this level of faith, emotional intelligence, and the exchange of loving devotional service give the solid experience in devotee. So at any kind of such situations, what is the greatest difficult situation can even occur is death. Kamala dala jala jibana talamala bhajau haripada nitire. We don't know at what point of time the water drop which is shaken in the leaf of the lotus plant can at any moment. Have you seen in winter especially the leaves of arbi or lotus leaf that is oily? If you put some drop of water, it will be shaking. At any point of time, it can fall down. This life is like that. In the hand of time, which is like the lotus leaf. Time is like the lotus leaf. And it is shaking the life like a drop of water. Any point of time, it can fall down. Bhajahu Haripada Nitire.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Hare Krishna.
ये पीपीटी चल रहा है क्या? मतलब
Yes, are you not able to see?
नया स्लाइड, एक स्लाइड कॉन्टेक्चुअल बैकग्राउंड है, उसके बाद कुछ पीपीटी है क्या ब्रो?
हाँ है।
वो दिख नहीं रहा, मतलब आप अगर
अभी दिख रहा है?
हाँ अभी हाँ, मुझे
मैं
लगा कुछ।
I was in that PPT only.
ओके
Yeah.
ओके ओके ओके।
So what is the essence here? Essence is that the dependence on Supreme Personality of Godhead has to be very strong. So at any point of time, death can come, any big danger can come. We need not to be worried, but should always be fixed on this faith that Lord will protect us. There are many such stories. One of the stories from Lord Jagannath, Gita Panda story. He was not able to get food. for 3 days. But he had completely dependency because he was always reading Bhagavad Gita. And there this sloka is written, Yogakshamam Bahamyaham. I will take care of all your necessities. So he was telling his wife that don't be worried. It will come by the arrangement of Lord Jagannath. But after 3 days, the wife lost the patience. Asked the husband, show me where Lord has written. So Gita Panda shown his Bhagavad Gita that this sloka, you read it. The wife out of anger torn that page. The Pujari saw in the evening when they were offering that with water, they didn't see Lord appearing. So Lord is not taking food. When they saw that there is bleeding from the mouth of Lord Jagannath. And then the case went to the king. And king was worried that this Pujari has done some mistakes. But later on, Lord Jagannath dreamed him that you are not protecting what promise I have made to all of my devotees. My devotees are now suffering from hunger and you are not giving the food. You are the king. So by the arrangement, you have to provide everything. That is my order. They are doing their religious duty being Brahmana who was reading Bhagavad Gita and preaching the society, saving them to do irreligious activities, engaging them in religious in protecting the world, but you are not protecting them. Then king supplied all the necessities, made a ashram for Gita Pandit near the Jagannath temple that is still there. So this way, Lord always there to protect the necessity of devotees. One has to be very strongly remain the faith in Supreme Personality of Godhead, whatever the situation might be. So there are some tests put by Supreme Personality of Godhead by various situations. One need not to be worried. That might not be test, that might be the karma, which Supreme Personality of Godhead want to finish in one go. Lord don't want his devotee to suffer life after life. Unlimited life's karma were washed away with little punishments what we suffer in this material life. So these things will not be understood by ordinary people, but the advanced devotee like Vasudeva will can understand this subject, how divine interventions are always available to protect the sublime devotional service and devotional relationship with Supreme Personality of Godhead. Without that, we cannot understand the great character of the great devotees, the righteousness of Vasudeva to deal with the tyranny of Kamsa and to weigh between what is the right course of actions at the emergency are the crucial factor of the characters of Vaishnava to be analyzed. And Vasudeva is the best example who did a promise to protect not only religion but also her wife at the time. And in due course time, he was completely dependent upon the mercy of the Lord, who will definitely take care of the future. And these implications give us lots of teachings that how various Vaishnava Acharyas, Ramana, Ramanujacharya, Baladev Vidyabhushana, they all emphasized that the moral principles which is applied by Vasudeva is to protect the religion, the duty, the responsibility, even though it applies that that it can be seen that he is doing some mistake by not protecting his children's. So children's can never be handed over to a person as he is very much convinced that Supreme Personality of Godhead definitely protect. As the things are ordained by Supreme Personality of Godhead, as Supreme Personality of Godhead himself is coming to take birth in his family. So all these facts are supporting his decisions and is not at all moral in one perspective. Handing over this thing to Kansa is moral in all the way possible analysis. So this is the significant stories that to be understood by Sanatana's principles, and all scholars support these principles of moral. This is a very key fact that we have to be fearless at all situations, depend on the mercy of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and by that we can protect ourselves from such situations in future can arise to anybody unless we abide by the religious merits, and we cannot take the right decisions. We cannot alleviate the situations of fears that like Kamsa. Many such fears can come to our life at any point of time. So the psychological impact that can change our behavior should be preserved, like how Vasudeva could remain fixed of all such psychological impact of the situations that Baladev Vidya explained in his Saratha Darshini. Similarly, other scholars like Sridhar Swami in Bhavartha Deepika, he also explains that the promise of Vasudeva is a strategic move to safeguard Devaki's children. Jai Jana Bhaja Krishna Sevad Chatura. One has to be very wise, being dependent on the mercy of Lord, being exercising the role of a devotee who is a servant of Supreme Personality of Godhead to take the right decision at the right time. Jiva Goswami explained the promise as a way of expressing compassion and wisdom. So the right knowledge, right wisdom has to be taken care with compassion at such situations. The whole world is suffering due to lack of wisdom and compassion. Rather, they work on false ego and pride and the self-interest. When false ego, pride, self-interest take the role, then we cannot do any ultimate good to anybody. That's why it is essential that we must avoid to the principles of religion and follow the sublime character. How Vasudeva could do and safeguard the situations, still not deviating from the religious principles. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, bro. Thank you, bro, for this beautiful presentation. Yeah, anybody has any question, comments, please come forward. Yes, Prabhu, like this is very difficult situation. Like when we have in dilemma, Dharma Sankat, as you said, how
Yeah.
Vasudev ji has maintained his composure in this situation. Like most of the time, if someone attacks some beloved ones, one becomes angry or something like that. But it shows that how he was very much fixed. Yes, bro.
Thank you. Any questions? Srikant Prabhu, you have anything to add? Okay, I think there is no more questions or comments. Can we conclude for now?
Yes, bro.
जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, गुरुमहाराज श्रीपाद की जय, श्री
Jai,
प्रभुपाद की, भक्ति वेदांत
Jai,
इंस्टीट्यूट भागवतम सत्संग प्रोग्राम की। हरे कृष्ण।
Jai. Thank you, Prabhu. His grace, Akrut Prabhu ki jai ho. Thank you all the devotees, senior Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna.